So what we're going to do is walk you through the building. We've learned a lot with the work that we've done to date on the building. We've evaluated the interior, we've evaluated the exterior. We've certainly spent planning sessions with staff in order to understand their needs, and so the building certainly is of an age that through time you run to a point where you can no longer use the Band-Aid approach, and that a project requires a much more extensive and holistic look at how to deal with the issues. So we're going to start in the mechanical room. We're going to go down, look at the large pieces of equipment that provide the cooling system. They were really held together with just baling wire and glue in order to get us through the more recent cooling systems. And this was a time that we had to not only provide new heating and air conditioning systems to serve City Hall, but because City Hall is connected to a larger building, those systems also provide the heating and cooling for the TPAC. And as you upgrade pieces of equipment like that, of course, it has to serve all the office spaces. So it has to go from the basement of TPAC up through the different floors of the building in order to serve the third floor, second floor, and first floor. And all of those systems, of course, are embedded in the wall. They are old. They do date from the original construction. And then they distribute into all the small office areas.
The other piece, that we talked about was just as we modernize our building, we have to comply with the current code. So we looked in kind of our mechanical closets, saw electrical panels, some of that we have to bring up its standard. What you didn't see is the fire suppression system because we don't have one throughout the building, but as we update, we need to be compliant with our modern fire code.
So as part of the project, we did a stone-by-stone evaluation of the building. And what we found is that water has been getting into and behind the walls for quite some time. Well, as we talk about the efficiencies within the building that we could potentially create by creating the shared space, it actually opened up some of the floor area within the building. And when you look at where probation is in relationship to where the municipal court is, those two work hand in hand, and the people that are coming and needing to do business, you typically have to go to both office areas. So the question was, what opportunities were going to open up because of these efficiencies? And we looked at whether municipal court could actually come over to the building. Could it fit within the building? Could it be close to probation so that those doing business with the court would have an easier time, less stressful time of going through the system? So in looking at City Hall, the Topeka Municipal Building, when it was first built, it really was the pride of the city. The city leaders, the community was very excited about providing a new, modern, efficient office building. And of course, this was back in 1939 and 1940. And so it served a very long time for the city of Topeka. It's at a transitionary period in architecture as well. So when you walk around the building and through the building, you're going to see the influence of Art Deco, but it's a very restrained Art Deco appearance, and in fact it's a very monumental building. So those details are on the outside in the stone, and when you walk inside, you're going to see it in the plasterwork and the marble. Very high quality materials were used in the building.